Hello, I am Goose, and I'm cutting straight to the chase. Across the Spiderverse is the best movie of 2023, and we haven't even seen the other half of it yet! Warning, spoilers for Across the Spiderverse, obviously. When the original Spiderverse came out, frankly, I was stunned. During a time of Sherlock Gnomes, Smallfoot, and Early Man, we got a movie that wasn't only a unique and interesting take on Spider-Man, but a ridiculously beautiful-looking style for the whole movie as well. It's such a unique film that did so many new and interesting things that movies are still coming out today that are heavily influenced by its extremely stylized nature. The Mitchells vs. the Machines, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, The Bad Guys, and even some movies that aren't even out yet, like TMNT Mutant Mayhem. However, Across the Spiderverse? That makes all those other movies look like child's play. I originally wasn't gonna make this video because when I talk about movies, I usually do a compliment sandwich sort of thing, where I say some good and then some bad and then some good again. But I do not care. I honestly can't think of a single bad thing to say about this movie. Across the Spiderverse deserves nothing but compliments. I didn't realize it was going to overshadow the original so hard, but oh my god, it's better in every category. Characters, stylization, animation, writing, and just about anything else you could think of. It's so good. It's too good. A movie this good shouldn't exist. It's impossible. But here it is. And now I'm gonna ramble about it. Across the Spiderverse is quite possibly the most stylized piece of media I've ever watched. From beginning to end, I was completely enamored by it all the way up until the cliffhanger ending. I don't think something's art direction has entranced me this much since Psy-King Sensorium in Psychonauts 2. That's actually a really good way to describe this movie. That one level from Psychonauts 2, but for 2.5 hours. Oh yeah, 2.5 hours, by the way! And somehow, none of that time feels wasted. There wasn't a moment through this whole movie that I felt could be cut down or shortened. Just absolutely filled to the brim with unique shots, interesting interactions, incredible action, and just disgusting good art all around. I'm gonna talk about some of my favorite moments now. No particular rhyme or reason, I just gotta get the Spider-Verse worm out of my brain before I go crazy. The first thing that comes to mind is the Renaissance vulture that we saw at the start of the movie. That was absolutely killer! I love when they put the stylized subtitles when he was speaking Italian. The initial fight between Miles and the Spot was super fun, somewhat low stakes and amateur, which is basically Miles' life as Spider-Man until he leaves his dimension. Now, the original Spider people from the Spider-Verse, I love them, but unfortunately Spider-Punk clears! He clears so hard! He's so cool! I love this guy! Well, Spider-Man Noir was pretty cool too, but it's a close call! Spider-Man India is super cool too. I love how his bangles get used with the webs. The constant changing of the style in any given shot gives it a ransom note kind of feel, with all sorts of different techniques and styles being mishmashed together. It's just so pretty. And honestly, I could write a whole half-hour video on the Spot by himself, but I won't, because I value your time. For now. Just know that he's just amazing. Personality, power, design, motivation, his evolution over the course of the movie, the body horror aspect, the terror he instills while still being dorky, the fact that he's the guy that Miles hit with a bagel. It's all stellar. I love the Spot. Top 1 Spider-Man villain, and I am completely biased. Okay, I think that's everything. Is there anything I'm forgetting? Yes, there is! I was lying. There is way more I want to talk about. Peter B. Parker was nice to have back. He didn't feel overused, but didn't feel underutilized either. They used him the perfect amount of time, I'd say. There's so many cameos from so many different Spider people and villains, and it's just so cool. The new Penny Parker design was amazing. I love the new mech. The Donald Glover Prowler cameo. Lego Spider-Man. Webslinger in a standoff with Miles. Peter parked car? Typeface? Whatever Spider-Man this is? What else is there? When Miles went, imagine that. That just killed me. The hints at Gwen being a trans rep? I think that's pretty cool. Good LGBT representation, that's based. Miguel O'Hara is really cool. I like his big sharp teeth and the synth sounds his cool glowy red webs make. I'm curious to see how he plays into the plot of Beyond the Spider-Verse with how Spot becomes a much bigger threat. Also, I like the fact that both Miguel and Miles are kinda doing the right thing, it's just they're driven by different things, so it's hard to tell who has the high ground morally. The fake out with Miles being stuck in the wrong dimension made my heart drop. Honestly, it was such a good twist. Then when Uncle Aaron from that other dimension does that fake out punch with the spray paint blood splatter, my jaw straight up dropped. And then the cliffhanger at the end with Gwen's team going to save Miles? Oh my god, this movie is so peak! Also, I'm just noticing this as I'm recording, but the way Spot's journey is through this movie is pretty similar to Miles' journey in the last movie. Like, not taken very seriously, and he has this moment where he realizes he needs to step up his game, and then he becomes an actual threat. Oh my god, it's so good! I love the Spot! Okay, I think I'm done. That's everything. I know a lot of my talking points were basically me just describing the plot of the movie, but every single bit of it is so memorable and fun to talk about. I haven't felt that exciting watching a movie in a while, and I haven't really talked about a movie after seeing it this much since the Bob's Burgers movie. Even Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 feels bland in comparison, and I think that movie's really, really good. I know I'm probably biased for it because it's all very fresh in my mind and I like animated films, but if a movie comes out that can dethrone Spiderverse, I will eat my shoes. I wish they made cool movies like this more often. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is one of the best movies I've ever seen. Beautifully animated, strongly original, creatively written, comedically played out, and emotionally moving. This movie covers all of its bases and excels in every category. Except maybe audio mixing, because people were a little hard to hear at times. Regardless, I am so excited to see Beyond the Spider-Verse next year. There is so much more that needs to play out in this story, so many loose ends just waiting to be tied up. If Beyond the Spider-Verse keeps up this level of quality, it'll probably go down as one of the best film trilogies for me. I love both of the Spider-Verse movies, as well as the movies that take inspiration from them, so I cannot wait to see how Miles' story concludes in this final movie. But mostly I'm excited to see more of the Spot. I love him. Anyways, I gotta go before I make this into an hour-and-a-half video about the Spot. Maybe I'll do that once Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out. So yeah, that's all I have to say about Across the Spider-Verse. Super good movie. I would have made this video a lot longer and honestly well scripted, but I wrote it all out the night I saw the movie, and I wanted to capture those raw emotions without altering what I said too much. I blame the movie for making me feel such visceral emotions and needing to tell the world how good it was, even though everybody already knows. Either way, I kinda liked making this video. It was an easier, rambly kind of improv video, just talking about something I liked. I might do more videos like this in the future. Aside from that, there's the Discord, there's my social medias, blah blah blah, it's all in the description, you know all of that stuff. Anyways, my name is Goose, and I thank you very much for watching. Now go away!